miserable reality or a happy delusion? Which one would you rather live in? Now, I was asked this question and I was like, wow, this is a good question, and I chose the miserable reality. And intrigued by the question, I asked a couple people I knew because I wanted to see other people's opinion on it. And most people did say the miserable reality. You had your one or two outliers that said happy delusion, but for the most part, everybody was picking the miserable reality. Until I read a book, Genesis, classic story about Adam and Eve. Eve was also presented with the same situation, where she had a choice to choose between the happy delusion or the miserable reality. Now, I will say she did certainly know she wasn't supposed to eat from the tree in the middle of the Garden of Eden. But the serpent told her for surely she will not die. He told her that, for God knows when you eat from it, your eyes will be open, and you'll be like God, knowing good and evil. And she still chose to eat that fruit, aka the red pill, because like most people, she said, I'd rather know good and evil. The happy delusion wasn't enough. Although it wasn't a delusion, it was a reality, her reality. But not knowing things that she felt like she should have known took her away. So she ate of the fruit. She saw that it was good. She shared it with Adam as well. And I feel like y'all know the rest of the story as far as what happens, but it was pretty much the same scenario where you could choose to just be happy in the Garden of Eden or take from the fruit and understand the reality of the world. So it leads you to the same analogy as far as the Matrix, with the red pill and the blue pill being what they would call woke to your situation, or stay in your simulation and stay happy and satisfied with something that is a facade. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. Just how they were in the garden, we do to kids nowadays, We shield them from the world, the evils that are in the world, things that they shouldn't know so they're not tainted too early for their children, and they're not yet ready for it. And since we are children of God, I am a child of God, and maybe there was things that he didn't want to taint us, or that we weren't ready for yet, until Eve changed that course. And now he's like, oh, okay, you want to be grown? Go ahead, be grown then. Go ahead and pay your own bills. Now you gotta find somewhere else to live, because you can't stay here with me in the Garden of Eden anymore. And basically saying, no longer will you eat off of me. No longer will I feed you. You'll have to go out and learn how to eat and feed yourselves. You can't live under my roof anymore, because you're grown now. And you decided to take things in your own hands. You wanted to learn the world in your own hands. And now that you know these things, it's time for you to go be grown. After reading that story and kind of going back over it and taking a deeper look at it, I look back at the question and I say, my happiness is everything. And I do believe that in this world you should be aware. But that's for me. For the rest of the world, I ask you, what would you rather live in? The happy delusion or the miserable reality? You decide.
That's life, Ryan.